everyone. I hope you all are doing good. So, in my previous videos, I have taken the components of reading and reading comprehensions, right? And I have explained you कि हर एक component of reading comprehensions is very important for us, right? अब reading comprehension में एक हमने problem discuss करी थी, which was that we are not able to relate the components of a passage For example, usually जब हम देखते हैं क्लैट में बहुत लंबे पैसेजेस होते हैं इंक्लूडिंग सो मेनी पैराग्राफ्स. तो इस पैराग्राफ में क्या कहा था, इस पैराग्राफ में क्या कहा था, इसमें क्या कहा था, इसमें क्या कहा था. वी आर नॉट एबल टू कनेक्ट द डॉट्स, राइट. इसीलिए मैं कहती हूँ कि आपको समरी मेकिंग की प्रैक्टिस होनी बहुत ज़रूरी है. एंड दैट इज व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डू. वी आर गोइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज समरी एंड पैराफ्रेजिंग एंड हाउ टू गो अबाउट इट. Right? In this video only, I will be summarizing a few paragraphs for you, and I will be helping you out in paraphrasing as well. Right? So let's just start. What is a summary? Now, this question, as I've asked this question from many of my students since I've been teaching since so long, all the students always tell me कि मैम किसी भी पैराग्राफ का शॉर्ट में अगर बता दिया जाए तो वो समरी होती है. अगर वो समरी होती है तो समरी जो वर्ड है अलग से वो इतना इंपॉर्टेंट क्यों है हमारे लिए? बिकॉज समरी ऑलवेज इंक्लूड्स ऑल द मेन आइडियाज, राइट. इट इंक्लूड्स ऑल द डिटेल्स, इट इंक्लूड्स ऑल द एसेंशियल्स व्हिच आर मेंशन्ड इन अ पैराग्राफ. सो अ समरी इज अ कंसाइज distillation of a larger body of work that briefly but thoroughly encapsulates its main idea and essential points. It is designed to give the reader a clear understanding of the original project without needing to read it carefully. Right? So this is what it is. कि अगर आप एक पूरा पैसेज which is of 500, 600 words उसको पढ़े बिना अगर आप 50 वर्ड्स को पढ़ के समझ सकते हो कि पैसेज में क्या लिखा हुआ है एंड व्हाट इज द एसेंस ऑफ द पैसेज, दैट इज अ समरी, राइट. आई होप दैट इज क्लियर. नाउ व्हाट आर द की पॉइंट्स दैट वी शुड रिमेंबर व्हाइल वी आर समराइजिंग समथिंग. ठीक है, क्या स्टेप्स होने चाहिए विच हैव टू बी टेकन केयर ऑफ, राइट. First thing first, identify the sections of the text, right? सबसे पहले आपको बताना चाहिए कि कौन सा thesis है हमारा, what is the main idea और what are the main ideas. There is a probability कि एक particular passage में there are many main ideas, right? तो आप कैसे find करोगे, right? This is what it is. Breaking down the text into sections helps you to understand the author's flow and organization of the text, which is very important for you to understand the essence of the passage, right? Then moving ahead to distinguishing between major and minor details. Major details कौन सी होती है और minor detail कौन सी होती है? अब summary is a concoction. Concoction में क्या क्या elements जाएंगे, क्या क्या elements we have to leave, that you have to decide, right? So distinguishing between major and minor details, how do the details connect back to the thesis and the main idea, is something that we need to understand. Moreover, we have to understand that summary is a shortened version of the original text, right? And you'll need to focus on the need to know information, right? So सिर्फ वो चीजें जो actual में relevant है and जो हमारे लिए questions को solve करने में are important is something which has to be there in the summary, right? Now, it is also a good idea to focus on what, how and why. What are the key ideas or events? How do they develop throughout the work? Then, why are they important for the work's overall message? This is what we need to take into consideration while jotting down the main ideas and all the key details and how to leave the other details. Now, remove minor details and examples. See, examples ना सिर्फ हमारे main ideas को strengthen करने के लिए होते हैं, right? So are the minor details. राइट, अदरवाइज वो रेलेवेंट नहीं होते हमारे लिए कभी भी टेक्स्ट में. नाउ कंडेंस द टेक्स्ट बट beware of representing the author's ideas. Sometimes omitting details can change the spirit of the text. तो कोई ऐसी डिटेल मत मिस कर देना जिससे आपका पूरा टेक्स्ट का जो असेंस है वही खराब हो जाए. राइट, नेक्स्ट, पे अटेंशन टू ट्रांजिशन वर्ड्स. आई हैव बीन रिपीटिंग इट अगेन एंड अगेन कि ट्रांजिशन वर्ड्स हमारे लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं एंड हम ट्रांजिशन वर्ड्स को कभी भी मिस नहीं कर सकते. So transition words can signal emphasis and guide you through the logic of text arguments. Look out for words like however, therefore, and thus. Right? I hope that is clear. Now, reordering the ideas is needed. You don't have to maintain the exact same order as the author. Reorganize your points so that you can summarize it logically. जरूरी नहीं होता जिस तरह से author ने सब कुछ समराइज करा हुआ, जिस तरह से ऑथर ने लिखा हुआ है आप उसी तरह से समरी भी फ्रेम करो. यू कैन समराइज इट अकॉर्डिंग टू यू, बट देन यू हैव टू बी केयरफुल कि आप वो कैसे कर रहे हो. राइट, देन रिजर्व योर ओपिनियंस. व्हाट डू वी मीन बाय रिजर्विंग योर ओपिनियंस? ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. व्हाई? बिकॉज इसमें बहुत लोग फंस जाते हैं. Right? So your analysis of the text is important, but it does not belong in a summary. Why? Because your analysis is the inference. It is never the summary. आपको क्या समझ आया टेक्स्ट पढ़ के वो वेरी कर सकता है from reader to reader, but author ने क्या लिखा है should be a part of the summary. Hence, your understanding of the text is irrelevant for a summary. Right? Now, moving ahead. Remember, a summary is a condensed form of author's ideas and intent. Save your opinions for the text for a discussion. Right? Now, conclude by restating the author's thesis. Usually, जब भी हम summary को end करते हैं, तो author ने जो कहा होता है या जो author का viewpoint होता है, that is what we should end with. Right? Finish your summary with a clear statement that effectively captures the author's main argument or purpose. Keep in mind that the conclusion of a summary should not introduce new information but instead provide a sense of closure. Right? So this is how you need to go about it. Right? Now, we'll be solving a few passages and we'll be trying to see how nicely we make summaries. So plastic pollution has become a global crisis. Millions of tons of plastic end up in oceans every year, harming marine life and entering the food chain. While recycling and bans on single-use plastic are attempts to reduce this impact, consumer awareness and behavioral change remain the most effective solutions. Right? So this we have already read. Now we get in a sense that there is something about pollution. Right? And that too specifically about plastic pollution. Right? So if you had to find the answer or the summary of it, what would it be? Plastic pollution affects marine life and recycling is the only solution. Only solution के बारे में क्या कहीं पे बात हुई है? नहीं हुई. Eliminate करो इसे. Next. Plastic waste in ocean can be controlled only through government bans. क्या only through government bans के बारे में बात हुई है? These are just the attempts to reduce plastic. Hence, ये भी आप eliminate कर दो. Plastic pollution is a global threat, जो first sentence में लिखा हुआ है. Right? That requires recycling, restriction and public awareness. ये सारी चीजें यहाँ पे mentioned है already. Right? Where they are saying recycling, bans and consumer awareness. तो ये तीनों points mentioned है यहाँ पे. So here we get to know that this should be the answer. Marine animals are dying due to eating plastic. This is also not there. Hence the answer should be C. Right? I hope it is clear. Now, coming to the next one. The Indian judiciary plays a vital role in upholding constitutional rights. However, now again, this is a transition word. Due to a high number of pending cases, justice is often delayed. Reforms such as digitization of courts and speedy trial mechanisms are being introduced to reduce the burden. What should be the answer? The best summary is, what is the best summary here? What is the best summary? The Indian judiciary is ineffective? क्या कहा, कहीं पे ये कहा है that ये ineffective है? Rather we are saying it plays a vital role, right? तो हम ये तो बिल्कुल नहीं कह रहे हैं that it is ineffective altogether. Next, case pendency has created destruct in the Indian judiciary. ठीक है? Now, but this is just this part of the passage. सिर्फ इतना सा. तो क्या एक छोटे से पार्ट पे आप पूरी समरी बेस कर दोगे? नहीं कर सकते. Judicial reforms like digitization and fast trials aim to reduce delays in justice delivery. So यहाँ पे हम digitization की बात कर रहे थे, यहाँ पे हम justice की बात कर रहे थे, delayed justice की बात कर रहे थे, and how Indian judiciary is important, उसी चीज के बारे में बात हो रही है. Hence, C is somewhat close to it. The constitution is violated because of delayed cases. ये तो बिल्कुल ही out of the box हो गया है. This cannot be the summary, right? Now, moving ahead. Renewable energy sources like solar and wind are gaining popularity as alternatives to fossil fuels. They are environmentally friendly and sustainable, though initial costs remain high. Though again क्या है? Transition word है. Despite this, again despite is a transition word, global investment in renewables is steadily rising. So what should be the answer here? What should be the answer here? After having read this, renewable energy is expensive and therefore not a good option. But यहाँ पे तो हम बात कर रहे हैं कि यहाँ पे rise हो रहा है उस पे investment. Hence, this cannot be the answer. Despite high costs, renewable energy is increasingly adopted due to its sustainability. It is sustainable, it has high cost, but the investment is still rising. Hence, all the 3 points are covered. B should be the answer. Fossil fuels are better than renewable energy. इसके बारे में बात नहीं हुई. So as we have already completed it, now we'll go to the fourth one, which says education is not just about acquiring knowledge, but also, again important for us, about developing critical thinking, creativity and values. A system focused only on exams and rote learning fails to prepare students for real life challenges. Which summary best captures the passage? So, exams are the only measures of education? No. Education should emphasize holistic development, not just rote learning. Okay, we can take it into consideration. Rote learning is the best way to succeed in life? No. Students must only learn? No. Hence, the answer is B, right? Because it captures the essence of what has been said in the passage, right? Now, moving ahead, this is a long one, so we need to read it carefully. In recent decades, urbanization has expanded at an unprecedented pace. Cities have become hubs of economic activity, education and innovation, attracting millions in the search of better opportunities. However, again important transition word, however, rapid urban growth also creates significant challenges. Overcrowding, traffic congestion, pollution, and rising housing costs are major issues that city authorities struggle to manage. Additionally, urban expansion often happens at the cost of green spaces, reducing biodiversity and increasing the risk of climate-related disasters like floods and heat waves. Governments and urban planners are now very important, are now focusing on creating smart cities, where technology is used to improve efficiency, manage resources, and make cities more sustainable. Yet, again, important transition word, yet technology alone cannot solve all the problems. Community participation and inclusive policies remain central to building cities that are both livable and equitable. So we started from urbanization and how urbanization has expanded over the time, right? Then we came to the problems, and now in the end we are talking about the solution somewhere or the other, right? So this is how the passage has been structured. Now let's just go through the summary options. So the first option is saying So the first option here says that urbanization is harmful for the environment and should be stopped. Are we just talking about stopping urbanization? No, we are not. Right? We are saying that it's okay, urbanization should happen, but there has to be some other way or a middle path which can manage both urbanization and can stop environmental degradation. Now, next. Cities are growing rapidly, creating opportunities but also challenges that need sustainable solutions. यहाँ पे बात किस चीज के बारे में हुई? ग्रोथ के बारे में, अपॉर्चुनिटीज के बारे में एंड चैलेंजेस के बारे में, मोर ओवर सोल्यूशंस के बारे में. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट, स्मार्ट सिटीज आर ओनली सॉल्यूशंस टू अर्बन प्रॉब्लम्स. ओनली सॉल्यूशन, क्या ये बोल रहे हैं कि सिर्फ यही एक सॉल्यूशन है हमारे पास? नहीं. अर्बनाइजेशन हैज नो बेनिफिट्स फॉर पीपल. इसके बारे में भी बात नहीं करें. हेंस द आंसर इज बी, बिकॉज इट क्लियरली incorporates all the four components that we just talked about. Coming to the next one. Education has always been regarded as the foundation of progress, in any society. In the modern world, it plays an even greater role in shaping not only the economic prospects of individuals, but also the democratic values of nation. Quality education develops skills, fosters innovation, and equips people to meet the demands of the changing economy. Beyond academics, education also cultivates tolerance, empathy, and critical thinking, making societies more inclusive and harmonious. Now, unfortunately, access to quality education remains unequal. Rural areas and underprivileged groups often lack adequate sources, trained teachers, and digital facilities. In the age of technology, online platforms have emerged as potential equalizers, bringing knowledge to remote corners of the world. Yet, again, important transition word here. So a new idea is being introduced here. Digital divides still exist, and without addressing them, the goal of universal education will remain unfulfilled. So, what is the best summary here? A. Online platforms can replace schools in the modern world. The entire passage is not talking about it. Right? Education shapes both economic and social progress, but inequalities in access remain a challenge. Right? This can be considered because this is what the passage is basically talking about. Education is only about preparing people for jobs. No, this is not what we are talking about. Rural students do not need quality education. This is also something that we are not talking about. Hence, the answer is B. Right? I hope it is clear. Now, moving ahead to the next one. Climate change is no longer a distant concern, but a reality that affects millions today. Rising sea levels threaten coastal communities, while extreme weather events such as hurricanes, droughts, and floods are becoming more frequent and intense. Farmers face unpredictable crop patterns, leading to food insecurity, while health systems struggle with the spread of climate-related diseases. International agreements like the Paris Accord have been signed to reduce global carbon emissions, yet many countries still fail to meet their targets. The issue is not just about governments. Individuals also play a role. From reducing personal energy use and adopting sustainable lifestyle to raising awareness in their communities, every action counts. If urgent measures are not taken, further generations may inherit a planet that is increasingly hostile to life, which is the most suitable summary in this case. So what are we talking about here? We are talking about climate change and its effects, right? And how it is important for us and the communities to take an action on it, right? So which is the most suitable summary here? Number one, climate change only affects farmers and crops. No, this is just one part of the paragraph. Then, climate change is a global crisis requiring urgent collective action by the governments and the individuals. Yes, we were talking about it. Climate change is exaggerated and not a real concern. No, we are not at all talking about it. the Paris Accord has solved the problem of climate change. No, it is just one of the statutes and one of the measures that we are talking about here. Right? Now, moving ahead to the next one. Just see through it.